Good morning. Welcome back to the World News with me, Harsendy Widyatama, bringing you the latest news around the world. Recession alarm sound. The World Bank, IMF, and JP Morgan are aware of the risk of a global recession that is already in sight. Seeing the potential for a recession, the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, cut its forecast for global economic growth in 2023 to 2.7%. The IMF said the world's economic growth profile next year would be the lowest since 2001 outside of the pandemic and global financial crisis. Managing Director of the IMF, or International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgieva, said the world economy in 2023 will be dark, since it faces the risk of recession and financial market instability. The IMF also said the outlook for the global economy was pitch black, given the shocks caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the war between Russia and Ukraine, and climate disasters around the world. What is the impact on Indonesia? The recession is a threat to all countries of the world. This phenomenon affects the tech sector, infrastructure, banking, and the global economy, as it has not fully recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic. The President of Indonesia, Jokowi, also warned this recession. Mr. Jokowi said that this year is difficult and it will be dark next year. We don't know what the big storm will be, how strong it is, and it can't be calcified. If we look at the recession, we will see that companies will do financial efficiency, such as employee reductions. As a result, unemployment will increase and fresh graduates will find it difficult to find work. What exactly is the cause of the global recession? We see an increase in the rate of inflation, not just in Indonesia. We can see in the UK and the United States, the inflation rate is so high that it reaches a record. In order to suppress the rate of inflation, many central banks of the country will raise their benchmark interest rates to suppress their inflation rate. Another major cause of the recession is the economic slowdown caused by COVID-19. In addition, another causal impact of this recession is the impact of the Russian and Ukrainian wars. One of the main reasons for the 2023 global economic recession is the Ukraine and Russia war, since these two countries are the main producers of commodities and also the world's energy. Take a look at some of the major increasing world commodity prices. Natural gas was up 125.8%. Coal was up 166.1%. Brent oil was up 45.7%. Raw palm oil was up 20.9%. Wheat was up 55.6%. Corn was up 31.5%. Soybean was up 28.1%, and the last seeds was up 15.5%. The rise in commodity prices greatly encouraged inflation. Indonesia, as a country that produces several commodities, is very important to pay attention to the price of these commodities. The World Bank also predicts that if a recession occurs, the impact will be felt more by developed countries than developing countries. How the Minister of Finance of Indonesia, Sri Mulyani, issued a statement related to this global recession. Economic challenges are shifting and getting more complicated. It used to be dominated because of the pandemic, and now it is price increases, monetary tightening of developed countries that causes interest rates to rise, and economic slowdowns. It's a risk we have to be aware of. What is the solution taken by the government of Indonesia? The IMF issued several suggestions for Indonesia, including maintaining economic recovery growth, maintaining people's purchasing power, and keeping a healthy, sustainable state budget.